All right, welcome back to Doug's Den. We're here with Frank the Tank, who has some special cards he'd like to open today. Frank, what do we got?
Well, we got the Once Upon a Time in Queens 4-part set. Goes with the 30 for 30 that was on ESPN. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4. Each set has 10 cards. Now, in these boxes, there's random inserted autograph and parallel cards. So it's part of the 4-part documentary that was on about the 86 Mets. And this is a special card series. And I'm looking for at least one autograph out of this 4 boxes. I think that would be a good pull.
Sounds good. Let's open them up.
All right, let's get the first pack open up. This is from part 1. Now, what did it not cut the damn plastic? There it is. All right. Part 1. We got a little foil pack inside here. Let's see. There we go. All right. Okay, these are similar to what the 86 tops look like. And we got the first draft pick of Darryl Strawberry, who was 1980 draft pick. The GM who came in to turn the team around was Frank Cashen. And then, of course, well, he was a bit of a butthead. The Keith Hernandez trade began sort of like helping legitimize the Mets. Davey Johnson. Dwight Gooden. Now, ironically, this was a card like a Fleer card had the same picture. When Gooden won the Rookie of the Year in '84. Gary Carter. Lenny Dykstra. Mookie Wilson, who was actually part of the Mets when they were still pretty bad. And we got the Dwight Gooden. I think this might be a parallel card. Is this the same card? I mean, it looks like the same card. Basically, a parallel card.
This one's numbered.
Ooh, yeah, this is it.
The butthead's numbered.
Ooh, 48 of 86. So it's a parallel card we got in the first pack. We'll see what's in the second part. Talk about the least exciting parallel card you could possibly get in the set. Frank Cashen.
Yeah.
He didn't take too kindly to the Mets' flight home from Houston where they tore the plane up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He wasn't too happy about it.
That's number... Okay, so it's out of 86.
Yeah.
Nice. Is he the one that tried to give the manager the bill?
Yeah. All right, we got the second pack here. Same setup. Foil pack. All right, we got Roger McDowell, who is basically the team's jokester, prankster. We got a general team card here. Basically, the Mets lounging around. It kind of reminds me of the music video they tried to make called Get Metsmerized. Davey Johnson here. Now, that picture's from 87. They only wore that uniform in 1987. Come on, Topps, get real cards from 1986.
There you go. Error found by Frank.
We got the rivalry between the Mets and the Cardinals.
Now, is this the year right after they traded for and got from the Cardinals?
No, that was 3 years later.
3 years.
Yeah, they got Keith Hernandez in 83. We got the Mets' emergence is like America's team. Well, sort of. They were the team everyone was talking about that year. Oh, I remember this. This was down by the Port Authority bus terminal. That building's knocked down, but they used to have a giant mural of Dwight Gooden. And as soon as you crossed the Lincoln Tunnel, that was like the first thing you saw when you got into New York, was that mural of Dwight Gooden. We got a card of Ron Darling. The curtain calls. People hated the curtain calls. And every time Gary Carter or that player hit a home run, they'd go in the dugout and then like wave to the crowd. And that bothered some people. We got a Darryl Strawberry card. Oh, I remember this. This was the day before the 4th of July. Darryl Strawberry hit a game-tying home run in extra innings, and Ray Knight back-to-back home run to win the game. And it was fireworks night, so he set off the fireworks just as the after the homer. And Ray Knight, before that homer, was 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. And the Astros were pissed. Alright, let's see what's in part 3. Yeah, the Mets tried to make their own version of the Super Bowl Shuffle. Eventually, they had a professional music group make a music video for them called Let's Go Mets. But they did this awful thing called Get Metsmerized, which is so comically bad. Alright, let's see what's in part 3. Part 3. We got... There's an iconic picture. That will be the card. If I could get all 3 of them autographed, that I would really want autographed, is that picture of all 3 of them. I mean...
And so that's Darryl Strawberry and who?
Darryl Strawberry, Dwight Gooden, and Mike Tyson.
Okay, so Dwight Gooden.
Oh, also want Tyson, come on.
No, yeah, I recognize Mike Tyson.
This is Keith Hernandez lounging around. This is from the music video, Let's Go Mets. Darryl Strawberry. Of course, I'm wearing a Darryl Strawberry spring training uniform. All right. Oh, this is when they clinched the division, September 17th. This was the last time fans ran on the field after a clincher. After that, they really beefed up security in any clinch situation because it really could have got hairy. Keith Hernandez, NLCS, when they won Game 2. Lenny Dykstra hit a walk-off homer to win Game 3. Here's a pitcher's duel for the ages. Dwight Gooden, Nolan Ryan, 1-1. Mets won it in 12 innings on a base hit by Gary Carter, who had a terrible NLCS. But he got the game-winning hit, of course. And, of course, they won that 16-inning marathon in Game 6 with Mike Scott looming. And Mike Scott was in the Mets' head. All the Mets say if they would have lost Game 6, they would not have won that series. And they scored 3 runs to tie the game in the 9th, and the game went 16 innings. And Mike Scott beat them twice. Jesse Orosco won 3 games, but Scott still won the NLCS MVP. And the Mets and Mike Scott was basically had sandpaper in his glove, and nobody gave a shit. All the balls were scuffed. And the painful thing about it was, Mike Scott was a Met who was an average pitcher at best. He was terrible. It would be like Corey Oswalt coming back and beating the Mets in the playoffs. That's how bad Mike Scott was. And then he learned how to scuff the baseball, and of course, became a good pitcher.
Did a lot of players do that? Was that the pine tar back in the day?
Oh, yeah. People still scuff the baseball when they can get away with it. All right, and here's the final part 4, probably heavily reliant on the World Series. Let's see what we got in here. We got Gary Carter. He hit 2 home runs in Game 4. Mookie Wilson, after that ground ball. This is Ray Knight scoring the game-winning run in Game 6. Ray Knight won the World Series MVP. All right, we got Jesse Orosco after they won the World Series. Keith Hernandez and Gary Carter. Now, why does he have to put himself in the card set? I mean, give me a break. Get your nose out of here. We want Mets. We don't want you.
You won't rip it up.
No, I won't. But
Cousin Sal. Now, Cousin Sal's good. We like Cousin Sal.
yeah, it's fine. Here's the World Series victory parade. They had 2.2 million people.
It's like a quarter of New York.
Yes. And of course, the team's picture.
All right, very good. So those are pretty cool cards. We got one numbered. Unfortunately, it's Frank Cashin.
That's the booby prize of number sets. I mean, the only card that would have been worse to be numbered would have been Jimmy Kimmel.
But overall, pretty cool set, you'd say?
Yes, I would say that.
Nice. Now, any chance you'll buy more in hopes of getting an autograph, or?
I don't know. Maybe I'll just look for people who might sell the card parallel autograph on eBay.
Yeah, that's a good call. All right, well, hey, thanks, Frank, for bringing this in. We appreciate it.
All right.